All right, now to more breaking news, this time on President Trump's so-called big, beautiful spending bill. House Republicans have successfully passed that sweeping domestic policy measure ahead of their Memorial Day weekend deadline. Lawmakers voted 215 to 214 to pass that bill, which includes $3.8 billion in tax cuts and some big changes to Medicaid. They pulled another all-nighter, launching into debate on the bill in the early morning hours today. The 1,000-page bill cleared the House Rules Committee yesterday after a marathon 21-hour session and some major revisions. Next, it heads to the Senate, where Republicans there have already raised concerns about the impact the massive tax cut and spending package could have on the U.S. debt. NBC News Capitol Hill correspondent Julie Tsirkin joins us now with the latest on this. Julie, wow, talk about a marathon session. Let's first play some of what we heard from party leaders earlier this morning.
This is one big, ugly bill. The GOP tax scam represents an assault on the economy, an assault on health care, an assault on nutritional assistance, an assault on tax fairness, and an assault on fiscal responsibility.
To put it simply, this bill gets Americans back to winning again, and it's been a long time coming. This one big, beautiful bill is the most consequential legislation that any party has ever passed, certainly under a majority this thin.
So, Julie, the Democrats did what they could to try to delay this vote, but in the end, Speaker Johnson succeeded here. How big of a win is this?
This is a huge win. He has a really tiny majority, which he said over and over again throughout this process. And he was able in the final hours to get the hardliners on the right and the conservative side of the party and the moderates on board for this bill. Just two Republican noes. Two Republicans were absent for this vote as well. Those two noes coming from Thomas Massie of Kentucky, who long said he will be against this bill. President Trump even called him out when he visited the Hill a couple of days ago. And Warren Davidson, another congressman who has been skeptical about this piece of legislation. But all in all, Johnson able to keep his party together, get this across the floor. And I'm keeping an eye on my phone here because House Speaker Mike Johnson is actually giving a press conference right around the corner where he is pushing on the Senate to take this up in a timely manner.
All right. And Julie, so you talked about the hardliners here. What were the changes made to the bill in the last 24 hours to get those holdouts across the line?
Well, there's a couple of changes made, Stephen. Remember when we talked yesterday, the House Rules Committee was on hour 6 of their marathon session that ended up going 21 hours, and that is because they had to wait until that late for everyone to sign off on the changes that they agreed to when it comes to phasing out clean energy tax credits at a faster pace. This is something that is going to be a problem for moderates, especially in the Senate. Also on Medicaid, kicking in those work requirements faster from 2029 to 2027. This is something that hardliners pushed for. Johnson putting that into legislation after a last-ditch meeting between the president, hardliners, and the speaker and his leadership team at the White House a couple of hours before the Rules Committee ultimately approved this legislation.
So some long hours here, Julie, and a long fight, but this is not over yet. Talk to us about the outlook for this in the Senate.
Absolutely not. And that is why Johnson began his remarks a couple of minutes ago in that press conference touting this bill, pushing on the Senate to pass this. But they're not just going to pass this bill as is, to be clear. They're going to make changes to it because over there you have senators who are in charge of constituents or represent constituents across the full state. This isn't just pockets of a state. So they have a lot more on the line, especially those who are up in 2026 when it comes to the reforms that were made to Medicaid. The Congressional Budget Office, which is nonpartisan, says that millions of Americans could lose their health insurance and health coverage. And that's definitely something they're going to pay attention to there.
All right. A lot of eyes on this one. And it continues. Julie Tsirkin, thanks so much.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.